Why Wear a Poppy by Don Crawford. Please wear a poppy, the lady said, and held one forth, but I shook my head. Then I stopped and watched as she offered them there, and her face was old and lined with care. But beneath the scars the years had made, there remained a smile that refused to fade. A boy came whistling down the street, bouncing along on carefree feet. His smile was full of joy and fun. "Lady," he said, "may I have one?" When she pinned it on, he turned to say, "Why do we wear a poppy today?" The lady smiled in her wistful way and answered, "This is Remembrance Day. And the poppy there is a symbol for the gallant men and women who died in the war. And because they did, you and I are free. That's why we wear a poppy, you see. I had a boy about your size, with golden hair and big blue eyes. He loved to play and jump and shout. Free as a bird, he would race about. As the years went by, he learned and grew and became a man, as you will too. He was fine and strong with a boyish smile, but he'd seemed with us such a little while. When war broke out, he went away. I still remember his face that day when he smiled at me and said, "Goodbye. I'll be back soon, Mom. Please don't cry." But the war went on and he had to stay, and all I could do was wait and pray. His letter told of the awful fight. I can see it still in my dreams at night, with tanks and guns and cruel barbed wire, and mines and bullets and bombs and fire, till at last, the war was won. And that's why we wear a poppy, son. The small boy turned as if to go, and then he said, "Thank you, lady. I'm glad to know. That sure did sound like an awful fight. But your son, did he come back all right?" A tear rolled down each faded cheek, and she shook her head, but she didn't speak. I slunk away in a sort of shame. If you were me, you would have done the same. For our thanks and giving, if oft delayed, though our freedom was bought and thousands paid. And so when we see a poppy worn, let us reflect on the burden borne by those who gave their very all when asked to answer the country's call, that we at home in peace might live and wear a poppy, remember, and give.